Hello, Fightful Faithful, and welcome to Tuesday.
Not just Tuesday, Alex. Not just welcome to the day of the week.
No?
No, welcome to the Sour Grouse Post Show here on Fightful YouTube. Our NXT review show that we do every Tuesday, except for when you abandon us, which you're doing next week, which is so rude. But all the more reason to get in your super chats, get in your humper chats, leave a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and check out our Fightful Awards show, of which I am still exhausted from. And subscribe to Fightful Select, because if you like how silly I'll probably be on this show, boy, was I in rare form yesterday. Alex said someone was not a spring chicken, and I said, perhaps they're a summer chicken or an autumn chicken. I was out of my mind, and I still kind of am, so this should be eventful. But there's also scoops and stuff behind the paywall. But I think the real draw behind the paywall is seeing whatever I was last night after doing that award show, because it was a lot of amazing time, but it was a lot of work to get there. And I was a little bit of a loop-de-loo, Alex.
A little bit of a loop-de-loo.
But we had fun. I feel like we had fun.
Yeah, no, we had fun. Fun was good. Fun was had.
Fun was had. And fun will be had tonight.
Yeah, let's hope. I will not be here next Tuesday.
Everybody boo Alex in the chat.
Boo, boo,
boo, boo this man.
Boo this man. Boo this man.
I pointed the right way.
I know, you never do that. I will be taking my daughter to Disneyland for her 9th birthday. I don't know, something good dads do, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, Disney puns in the chat tonight. We're doing Disney puns. I'm calling it. It's fine. Also, speaking of dads, I am Chris Pereira says, SGS, exactly 1 year to the day, I sent in a chat from the hospital because my daughter had been born the night before. In the length of a Jericho feud, I look up and baby Grapsy's won. She's rowdy, loves a laugh, and will dance when unhappy with her booking. Yeah, good for her. Don't let her take any guff. If the Booker man is trying to keep her down, like Triple H with LA Knight in that one viral clip from season 2 of Unreal, you tell her to not just nod while grimacing. You tell her to go tell him, in this case you, to go F yourself.
You gotta politic. You gotta politic your way through these trying times, Alex.
Yeah.
We should do a Sour Graps Unreal, and it's just the clips of you and me being extremely silly before we go live.
Yes. Those are always that's always fun. Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah.
We had a Fightful Award winner on the show tonight, Miss Zaruca.
Oh.
She won Finisher of the Year. And in her acceptance speech, she said, shout out to my haters, which I don't think we're haters of Zaruca or even the Soul Snatcher. But I do feel like we're haters in general. And to that, I say it's nice to feel seen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we could call us. I hope she wasn't shouting at us, because we are not Zaruca haters. We are bad creative haters.
No. She was saying, like, because the Soul Snatcher is controversial, and like shout out to the haters, because they've just kind of like put more shine on it. And I'm actually intrigued, because we can talk about this more when we get to the match that she was on tonight. But I feel like so much of, like, other than some really just like nonsensical moves, for a good example to me of a bad finishing move is Grayson Waller. Because it makes absolutely no sense to have to leave a ring to come back to ring. That's a bad finishing move because it makes no sense. I think you just need to architect the Soul Snatcher in logical ways, which doesn't always get done. And I would have her have more than one finishing move because there's not always going to be an opportunity to use the Soul Snatcher. But I don't have a problem. I would much rather watch her use that finishing move than have my soul get snatched by her, an evil sea witch.
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, for sure. Kate, what did I say last week was a thing I was afraid of happening while I was gone? That finally they might get around finally after 7 weeks giving a microphone to Tony D'Angelo and allowing him to tell us what the hell's going on. And it didn't happen tonight, but you know what? I'm fairly confident it's not going to happen next week either. So, you know, at least I won't miss it. But isn't that crazy? That still after 7 weeks they won't have had him tell him what's going on.
I think it's adorable that you're like, remember last week when I said no? I don't remember anything before yesterday. But I do, now that you bring it up, recall that. Here's what I'm like struggling with this is like, I want an explanation from Tony D. I want him to get on the mic and say things. But man, is he good at the rest of the stuff too? Like he has so much presence about him that I'm like, I want the explanation, but like him getting arrested with the look on his face that he's been really good at this intermittent stuff. It's just gone on like a lot of things. Very, 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 very long.
Yeah.
Disney puns today, for those who don't know.
Yeah, it's Disney puns, everybody. So we're doing Disney puns because I will be at Disney next Monday and Tuesday. So here we go. Ava says to all the extra, all the tallest guys at the PC, hey, we can't be sure what Tony D'Angelo is going to do, or even why he's doing it. I myself have never asked him why he's doing it. Or if he plans on doing it again, because I'm really bad at this. But I would like you to be on a high alert just in case anybody sees Tony D. And they said, okay, we will make sure that we are stationed in all of the places where he isn't for the rest of the night. And we will do our jobs so poorly that you feel like you have to call the police department, because holy shit, those uniforms were terrible eventually when they showed up. But this whole thing with like Tony D shows up and he attacks one guy and also gives the stink eye to another guy who aren't even on the show anymore because it was 7 weeks ago. And since then he has attacked multiple different people, faces and heels, in different levels of on different levels of the card. You are his boss. Could you not say, hey, I mean, Adam Pearce would never stand for this. He would have chased that man down through the back alleys of the PC and made sure that he yelled at him into his face while dribbling some spittle down his bottom lip.
I don't know. He did let the Wyatt Six get away with basically an on-screen murder.
Well, no, but that was years ago. He's changed his tune now. Now he is yelling at people. He's pointing and cursing. He's drinking.
He is. Now Tony D is an in-canon murderer, so I don't hate the idea of having cops around. But this feels. We said a couple weeks ago when this whole product got reset on no notice that it felt like the Muppets. Like there'd never been a more Muppets feeling wrestling show than the episode we saw a couple weeks ago. This didn't feel as much like the Muppets, but this did feel like felt bad. It felt like in that cheesy vein, which wrestling is cheesy sometimes, but first of all, just call the cops from the beginning if you think you're gonna need to, because you shouldn't rely on wrestlers really in this situation.
Yeah.
And that's also, look, they already have to work TNA dates for free. How many jobs do they have to take on the side? Hank at least was a security guard
Yeah.
for all those months.
Mhm.
But you know what this reminded me of was back in the 2.0 days where they like gave LA Knight a restraining order. Do you remember that?
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
like it's kind of unfair to wrestling, but it's almost like, because the whole premise of wrestling is I believe that these two people are allowed to assault each other for a period of time, basically. And there's all these other crimes going on at NXT in the parking lot, backstage. Like there's so many felonies committed on NXT that whenever they choose one to zone in on, I'm like, well, you can't have those rules just for this. So I just think it actually makes the whole product feel like it breaks you out of it a little bit. Breaks you out of it a little bit.
It does. It does indeed.
Because while the cops are there, you might as well have them like arresting people for attacking other people backstage and in parking lots. It's on camera.
Right. No, for sure.
Nobody is innocent in NXT.
Right. So obviously the Tony D thing continues for the rest of the night, so we'll get to it when we get to it. We start off the night in the ring with the North American Championship match between Colonel with a smile and El Grande Parisiano. So Ethan Page is great. He's one of the absolute best, most consistent guys they've got doing his thing all the time. You forget about how great he is as a dude wrestling eeny weeny guys. Like he made his whole name on the indies murdering Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Which is why I like him.
Of course.
But yeah, the Elio LeFleur, and I don't listen as a guy who sometimes mispronounces names on purpose for comedic effect. Booker T, you're doing it wrong because LeFleur is not that hard of a name to pronounce, and you have no comedic timing, so it doesn't work out. But he kept calling him LeFleur without a hint of irony or like doing it like with a wink. Like it was just my character is too stupid to know how French nouns, how French vowels sound, and even if after I am corrected by my broadcast partner 10 times, I'm still going to say lift, and it just, whatever. So like basically just Booker T cannot talk ever would be my number one note for NXT to get 1,000,000 times better.
Well, we had some of that because we got a lot of Ricky Saints commentary tonight.
Right.
I'm not a fan of Booker T's commentary very much. But I really don't like it when it's someone's debut and he's doing stuff like this because it's the kid's debut.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, having the last name LeFleur and me being in high school when the movie Dodgeball came out, there's just going to be Peter LeFleur, cram it up your cram hole LeFleur jokes that a small percentage of this audience will get because it was a very specific moment in time with Dodgeball. Sure. Yeah. But unfortunately, his name was Peter LeFleur, and you're all subjected to that for the rest of time. So Ethan is among the many things that I believe Ethan Page is very good at. I have always said that like his versatility is his greatest strength. And there's this weird thing that has gotten carved out where he's looked really good as a luchador base. Yeah. Which it's not something that he wasn't good at before, but because he's been doing so much work with like AAA, as Chelsea says, and we see here again tonight, we've gotten like some consistency with that, and he's very, very, very good. This was a really good showing for Peter LeFleur, and considering he was just a gym owner of honestly like a failing gym, to a dodgeball extraordinaire to now a luchador. It's just a really impressive trajectory. So this was a good opener and a good showing. Yeah. We saw some more replenishing of this men's division that's needed it before the show even took place. We saw Shawn Legacy got signed per social media. So it's good that they're paying attention to things like this, because they're probably getting Powerhouse Hobbs and he's going straight to the main roster. So you're not getting like an assist there.
Let's all hope they do the smart thing and have Will Hobbs go to the main roster. I don't know how dumb they are. They brought Mariah May and Ricky Starks and Ethan Page, and you know what I mean? Like, who knows what they'll do with all Jordan Grace. I mean,
that one is,
like
bewildering.
Like maybe Will Hobbs spends 3 years in NXT, and by then he'll be 38 and in line for a main roster push.
His age on Google is not his age in real life. I'll just say that. That's as far as I'll go. But when you Google his age, that information is inaccurate. That's all.
Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. So the Eagle Blanc or Elio LeFleur is very good, wouldn't you know?
Yes.
He's very, very good. He's very, very good. And he was just truly excellent in this match, and he and Ethan Page ripped it up, and I look forward to seeing more of him going forward. I don't know necessarily where the ceiling is for a guy like that, like Shocker Speed champion or world champion. Like I don't know where they, because like, listen, Axiom was excellent in every singles match he wrestled, and he didn't ever really come close to sniffing gold until he was paired with the right tag partner. So I don't know what to expect out of this guy. I don't want to set like expectations from him, because I don't know if their ideas of what a guy has to be world champion or even North American champion material. I don't know if those parameters have changed for them, but it certainly didn't work out for other people who were also very fast and very athletic and also wore masks.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Tag team with Noam Dar. I don't know how it works, but it does. Okay. Bring him back. I miss him so much. Just be well for me. Just heal my sweet Noam. Yeah. His personality with someone with this moveset, for some reason, I was just like, that would be super, super, super fun, because it seems like the way luchadors that wrestle like this are successful tends to be in tag teams. Dragon Lee found his fitting in both a group and a tag team. Axiom, who was just a kid when he started. So if that's the way to go, someone with Noam Dar's like style and technical ability with his ridiculous sense of humor, it could be a very fun way to go about things.
Yes.
Did my internet go dumb?
Did my internet go dumb? Because that was it me or was it you? I don't know who it was. One of our internets went dumb.
I think it was me.
So, okay.
I apologize.
Now,
I think it was mine.
There's been an uprising in the SGS Discord, and apparently the plebs think that they have control over the nicknames people are called. I believe was it Lupangi Vice came up with this, and then like left it out there for a couple of rabble rousers named Lieutenant Photo and Alpha Bill to decide that they can just override my veto. He is French Axiom, so therefore he is the actual Fraxium. And Alpha Bill says it has been voted as Fraxium. Listen, they apparently have some kind of weird bylaws in the Discord that I did not approve, where if a nickname is put forth and then seconded and thirded, it is now the nickname. And I'm here to tell you that ain't the way it's going to work. I'm the nickname guy. I have veto power. He is El Grande Parisiano.
We also had very specific rules laid out when this all started that happened to maybe mirror a certain promotion called Control Your Narrative. So here's the thing. I'm not in the Discord very much. They better not be doing Canadian Destroyers in the Discord either. I would object on my own merit and to back you up. But One LT Photo did sponsor the Fightful Awards, and he gave us money, so I'm just gonna lay off it, gonna pocket veto it for a little bit, and then when we're further away from the time that he gave us some money, I'll bring it up and be a little bit harsher about it.
Good. Good. I'm saying is Fraxium is also a bad name, is evidenced by the fact that they are also now and will always be the Blurry Boys.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, that was a very special entrance.
Listen, I'm just saying Fraxium will never be acknowledged in any form referring to anyone on this particular show.
Not around here.
Not around this place.
Not around these parts.
We
don't take kindly to that around here. Okay? Alex, we have some more chats that we should probably get into.
Well, then you have to read them.
Don't get mad at me. Don't get your
I'm sorry. I'm on edge because there was an uprising. I've had to quell an uprising, and the uprisingers don't want to be quelled.
I'm in your corner. I'm your number 2. But my dad says, greetings from the frigid Northeast. Everything sucks now, includes going out into the freezer we're living in. Keep warm, gabagool. Asking for a friend, JW Pringle. It is so cold out here today, Alex. It is not fun in the Northeast.
No.
I would simply like to thaw.
If we have any friends up in the Minnesota territories, not named Jesse Ventura, but anybody else up in the Minnesota territories, I saw a thing today where they're supposed to get wind chills in the -60 range this weekend. So,
oh my God, grab your boas. It's going to be cold.
Those are frosty boas.
Some more chats.
Yeah.
Most consistent in-ring NXT in forever. Elio, but you only gave him 2 stars. So
Elio 2 stars, I guess.
I guess so. Jim Duker is also a Fightful Award sponsor. Says, huzzah for the finest tag team of all time. Kalex, Wida, Alex, and the OTK, the GOATs, and our beloved leaders. You hear that? Beloved leaders. No one said it was a democracy around here. Taylor Cannon, a 50-month member, saying, wow, 50 months has been an honor. Hello, wonderful people. Love you guys. Taylor, I try to say it as much as I can, just like the best of us. If you're like, oh, there's Taylor, guess what? Something wonderful and warm and supportive is coming your way because he's the best. Tom Valley saying, my nephew's birthday is tomorrow. They're one as well. 2 SGS bibbies. That's just plain fun. And JW Pringle answering my dad. Amazing Alex, Killer Kate, proud Papa Paul, Elizabeth, and all the SGS. Friday is my birthday, so give an extra year to Small Tower Pulowski and Joy. Well, I'm sorry that we're not going to be able to celebrate, my dear brother, but somebody, my other brother, is leaving us. And this is so typical of these wrestling children and these wrestling podcaster children. First, Birdie Danielson is like, I want my dad home for my birthday. And now Alex's daughter is like, I'm going to do something magical for my birthday and create core memories with my family. Ridiculous, these children.
Ridiculous, I know.
Tim McFell is saying, I'm watching while packing because if Alex is allowed to abandon us and go on vacation, then so am I. No wonder there's an uprising. You're leaving. For some reason, I watched NXT tonight. I was not high enough. How is it both bad and the best WWE show?
I don't know.
I have questions. I think has been voted as Fraxium. Good sir. Who was giving out votes? His name is Fraxium. Like, these were not. certainly it would be an electoral situation. This is what Alex does. I'm with him. He's how I got this gig, guys. I'm sorry, but all right, let's dig back into NXT. This is a hard. You can read it. Go ahead.
It's a hard dictatorship. Cue Blue Chew ad.
You can't just cue a Blue Chew ad on demand. Like, you can't just do that. I can't just like arrive here and say, fellas, you already know what time it is. It's time to level up, and Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking next level championship belt gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand, and this ain't your grandpa's little blue pill or jagged little pill. Neither your grandpa's or Alanis Morissette's. This is a 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with ample morphine. Don't give this read to the dyslexic girl. And oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue and works in as little as 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer, which is more than I can say for my dear New York Yankees. You got elevation without hesitation, and it's not AEW dark elevation. This is as bright as you could want it. This is peak passion, peak performance in a single tablet. Make life easier by getting harder, and discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with the code FIGHTFUL. That's promo code FIGHTFUL. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. Thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
I don't know if I like my pseudo little sister saying things like "get that rocket pumping." That's
I don't know if I like reading that when my dad's watching, but this is what the job is, Alex.
Get that rocket pumping.
Rocket Man.
Okay.
The thing is, it's about drive, it's about power, okay? And Blue Chew is evolving their brand.
I will say the last thing about this match that we were just talking about 5 minutes ago. Is that the ending was unfortunate because Paige was in the corner and LeFleur ran at him and was supposed to like catch him and power bomb him, but like he lost control of him and kind of like just dropped him from a height of 8 inches. And then rolled him up and grabbed the tights. And I was like, oh, man, he did some really hard hitting stuff to LeFleur through the entire match. And that one was like, let's just set you down here and I'm going to grab your tights. And I was like, that's not nearly as bad as all the other stuff. I feel like you could have just done the power bomb, then picked him up and done the twist of fate, the twisted grin, and then roll the tights or something. I don't know. It was not really a power bomb so much as it was a soft bomb.
A soft bomb. It's like when your phone's at like 12%. Like it's not so powered up.
No, not so powered.
You know what I mean?
I did like as Ethan was leaving, Ricky Saints coming from the back dressed as Aquaman with green pants and an orange shirt. You know what? It's because it's Ricky Saints, he can get away with anything. But it was an incredible combination.
I thought it was like a Miami Dolphins shout, but everyone's telling me it's Aquaman. So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it may perhaps the University of Miami was the shout out if it was not green pants and orange shirt. If it was the other way around, green shirt and orange pants. No, that's a reverse Aquaman. That can be your University of Miami Hurricanes. That's a reverse Aquaman. That's a classic reverse Aquaman. That's bizarro Aquaman. So it's
he walked out and I was like, I've said it a few weeks. Face Ricky was really good. This is the wrestler he is. Like this character, he was so good on commentary today. Like this is who he was born to be as a wrestler. So I'm so glad he's this iteration of himself. And not a reverse Aquaman.
Hey champ, how's it going? We're run things now. We're the anchors of NXT. And Ethan's like, looks like the last time I faced you, I knocked some sense into you. And like, hey, it's all water under the bridge, man. Go back, take a shower. You're great. I'm gonna go over and do commentary because they need me around here. Was very funny. And then we get a replay of last week. Keanu Carver coming out and killing the entire NXT roster. And he's like, "Oh, hey Booker, I wanted to ask you about Keanu Carver." And Booker's like, I'm like, I need to go back and watch that with Booker's commentary when Keanu Carver comes out and does that, because I feel like they decided to add this wrinkle to the whole presentation between last week and this week, because it was just Booker doing what the hell, like he would do if anybody was doing it.
Yeah.
But apparently then they showed, they mentioned that he was in the breakout tournament and then he did not come directly to NXT because of disciplinary actions. And I was like, say what? Because I did not hear about this in any way. And they were like, oh, the disciplinary actions were because, listen, here's the thing. Here's why. And you know what? I don't even care if old SP3 hears this. This is why I cannot take LFG seriously at all. Like it is not in any way tough enough, which was, let's bring a whole bunch of people who don't know what the hell they're doing. And then we'll like do the reality show competition thing with them and then pick one. If Keanu Carver is a contestant on LFG, he was already in the PC for a while before he was ever in the breakout tournament. And after the breakout tournament, they put him on LFG and had him be like the angry guy. And he ran afoul of Booker T, and he was mouthing off to Booker T, and Booker T was like, "This is why you're never going to make it in this business." And lo and behold, he's making it in the business. And so it just makes Booker T angry because that's happening. That's very funny.
First of all, just a huge shout out to this. We got 10 Fightful Wrestling with Sean Ross Sapp memberships gifted by that man DB1409. Thank you so much for that. And look, it might have Sean's name in the channel for SEO purposes, but it's also Fightful Wrestling with the SGS, which is what we do every Tuesday night. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Mm-hmm. This was just like a little overkill tonight. Like, I think people gravitated toward Keanu Carver because he's like he had that like tweet about like going after Samoans online and stuff. Like, I think people are gravitating toward when he pushes things in that direction, because I think he has like a specific energy when he does it that's really appealing. But like the sit down interview was just, it needed more time to sit. Like everything, same with the Tony D stuff. Like, the reactions came too. I already used my Bluetooth segue. The reactions came too quickly. Like on top of what was setting up the reactions, meaning like that the reactions were so strong that we barely got to sit in what was setting off the reaction for a second. So there were just some things that the flow felt weird with tonight. The Keanu Carver stuff was one of them, where everything was very intense around him. Yeah. But we haven't gotten to see him in that way.
Yeah. That we see a clip of him, like it's supposed to be like a candid moment. They were recording some other guy doing promo work in the background. Keanu Carver storms out of Shawn Michaels' office and says, "I ain't doing no fucking sit down interview. Sit down interview my ass." And he leaves. And then later he does one. And they ask him a question. He's like, "I'm only here because they made me." And then they ask him some more questions and he's like, "I'm leaving." And the guy tries to help him get his lapel mic off and he's like, "Don't you touch me." And so
which really is just disrespectful to the equipment.
Sure. Keanu Carver is interesting to me, provided this is not the only note they play with this character.
Right.
Because angry black man is not necessarily the best most nuanced character that you
Sure.
could put out there on a show that tapes entirely in Florida. Just as a thought. So I'd like to see what makes him so angry. What makes Keanu Tarver tick? You know what I mean? Like let's figure it out.
Where's all of this coming from is a very good question. Also a shout out to Greg Terry, Fightful Award sponsor a few times over, gifting 10 subs to Fightful Wrestling with Kate and Alex memberships. I feel like a Twitch streamer. I'm just gonna start saying thank you for the bits, even though they're not bits, because it makes you feel young and hip. So thank you so much for that. That really does help us out quite a bit. With Keanu Carver, I'm very intrigued to see where this goes, because he's someone that we've been excited about for a bit and wondering where he's been. LFG Unreal tonight, like actually I laughed out loud because it's also the release of WWE Unreal.
Yeah.
Oh my God, thanks for the bits. Not to be outdone. 20.
Another one. My goodness. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you guys. It was also funny. It's like, he had such a problem with authority. That's why he's been on Evolve for the past year. Wrestling without incident. Like,
yeah.
You know, like he had like several, I believe, title matches that he came up short in, which to me is not what you would do with a guy who was a serious disciplinary problem. You know what I mean? Like is Evolve, you're promoting it enough. There are guys who are just on Evolve that are now on the main roster, guys who are still, and women who are still the champions of Evolve. You keep telling us, hey, you can watch Evolve on Tubi. For any people who have been watching Evolve on Tubi, they know Keanu Carver isn't this guy that you're telling us that he is. And it's weird that you would that does not jive with me, that you would be able to be like, hey, everybody, look at this thing, but don't take note of this one guy in this thing, because we're going to totally change his history when he gets to our major show.
I mean, they do that all the time. So,
that's true.
Two things are true. You are right, and I'm not surprised, right? I feel like when you reintroduce someone to a brand, like I have a little bit more forgiveness around it, because I'm like, all right, you're telling me that you're starting the slate kind of fresh here. So I don't mind it too much in that situation, but you're not wrong in that it's inconsistent. But I think I'm just so like, I can't even get people to be the same on SmackDown and NXT in the same week. So I don't know. So I don't know. It worked. 20 more subs. Greg Terry coming through
for 50. And if you don't, you're a coward.
Yeah. What are you just gonna? You're just gonna take that lying down? That is sincerely very, very kind of you. And bullying works, grifting works. I was just saying this, like you're just gonna take that. Thank you. Very, very kind.
So Ricky is on commentary for Shiloh Hill and Josh Briggs. So here's something that I didn't love. Booker outright says that if Josh Briggs doesn't get more victories soon, he's going to get cut. He says, we all know cuts are coming after WrestleMania. If he doesn't bring together some victories, he's going to be in line to get cut. Yeah, but he's in no control over whether or not they book him to lose. It's not like if the 7th round draft pick running back from, Mount Union College, if he doesn't impress in the preseason game, he's going to get cut. You know what I mean? Like they gave him 12 carries and he only got 2 yards per carry. He's out. But all of a sudden he breaks a couple of 80-yarders and maybe he makes the squad. That's different than this, where they decide whether or not they lose. And you're saying that the reason people will get cut or won't get cut is whether or not they win matches. And they're not in control of whether or not they win matches because it's all scripted. That feels like a really oogie thing to have Booker say. And it did feel, the way he was saying it, like it was part of an approved device to like talk about the match, not like him just spouting off.
The other aspect of this is, for me, is the wins and losses don't matter. So when you go out of your way to say that, like, he's not on a trajectory right now where that's the case. Tatum Paxley had 1 year and then won a championship, 1 win and then won a championship, right? So like when you go out of your way to say that in a world where they've told you wins and losses aren't how you advance around here, that does feel pointedly intentional in a way. Because I had a similar reaction to that. Like I didn't love if that was a part of an arc he was on, that would be better. But that just has not felt like the story, and it can't be because look around, right? So I didn't love that. I didn't love that at all.
Yeah.
Especially because his character is like big, intimidating, badass dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, exactly. Like he's, and then the thing for it is that we just he lost the match to Shiloh Hill. And then so he lost the match, so now we're expecting him to be cut, I guess.
Unless that's like how they're sending him to Evolve to maybe reunite with the Beach or whatever. The match was good though. Like I thought the match was solid. I am very sad with myself because I feel like it's taken me way too long to remember that he should be Big Josh, and he should come out with Drugged Out Bears, and he should go on a massive winning streak. And Juicy Springsteen on social media said he could be Brig Josh. Mm-hmm. I didn't think of that. That's very upsetting.
Brig Josh is pretty good. Yeah.
Brig Josh is pretty great. Also, on the other side, what else were we lacking, Alex?
Fog.
We did not fog around and find out.
No fog, no squirrels.
No squirrels even.
No, none, no flying rodents, none of it.
Not flying vermin, nothing. So, was the match well wrestled? Yes. Is it a letdown because he's not Big Josh and because there was no fog? Yeah, of course it is. Like week over week, the less fog there is, the more upsetting it's going to be. I also feel like he's had like 2 matches, so I'm not like worried about this. His offense is, I don't know if this was your reaction. Shiloh Hill's offense is a little different than I thought it was going to be, and I don't know if it fits the character yet. There's been like very, very few matches that we've seen, but I don't know if like he's almost, this sounds weird to say, like a little too agile for like what we saw tonight. I guess because he was going against a bigger dude that I was like, I don't know if that fits like this weirdo. Like he might actually have to learn to slow his pacing down to make you sit and like what's weird and uncomfortable about him. Something didn't click. I was like, he's almost too clean for how weird his character is, which is not a criticism I give very often. Like he's too clean of a wrestler.
I think that what I do like about him is he has an incredible energy, and I would like that to look like he is fighting for his life against a pack of wolves, as opposed to like doing everything clean. You know what I mean? Like he's got crazy energy. Let him run the ropes and throw a crazy diving elbow at somebody's face. Yeah. You know, and he gets up and he doesn't even know what he's gonna do next. You're like, everything should feel like he's a crazy person fighting who's never been trained how to fight. That to me, that feels like when
he's too well trained is like actually kind of it. Yeah. It's like too well executed.
Like,
yeah.
Everything looks like it's like well executed. Like you should be able to do the stuff and have it look herky jerky and desperate and like I gotta nail this, otherwise like this also could be a reason why he's also the rookie, is that he ends up flinging himself into shit when a guy moves a lot. Like, a lot of his stuff should be, you know what, honestly, this is what this guy should be. Much bigger Darby Allin.
Kind of, yeah.
Flinging his entire body in crazy angles at a dude's face and seeing what happens. And because
we're gonna get blocked.
Much bigger,
he's gonna be like, I like my spine. I don't want to do that.
And because he's much bigger, it would actually
have a
hurt
problem
more.
with it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I think that you could do some stuff with him. Like, there's a lot of the way Joe Gacy wrestles as part of the Wyatt Six is a lot of just let me see if I can throw every ounce of my weight into this lariat and hope it connects. And doing that, I'm spent for the next 12 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, something like that. But
even like with this character, if his going crazy was just like his opponents on the outside, if he just started throwing like a mental fit, if we saw his energy get turned into him, like maybe his hulking up is him, like getting these voices riled up in his head or whatever, like something along those lines. Again, this is like his second or third match or whatever. I'm not trying to like go in on the guy, but because I think there's a lot of potential with him, I don't want to see cleanly executed moves for too long. I get that he's getting his feet wet here, but like that occurred to me today where I'm like, I don't normally have a problem with like, this looks too good, but with his character being so strong, I want to see more of that connection.
Maybe it could do a thing with, like, you know, it's every guy he's facing, he has a bit of a he's not quite all there, and so he thinks that the person is the manifestation of the fog, and so he has to beat the fog every time he faces. Like, that's how we get the fog involved, is because I'm done running from the fog. Now I'm gonna fight the fog. You're the fog. I'm the what? Punch in the face. Like,
let's go.
I don't know. To do that.
Shiloh Hill is starting to piss Greg Cherry the fog off. Tell me about it, man.
Fog around or find out.
Fog around. Fafo, baby. Fafo. Did we have other fog chats? I'm trying to see if we had other fog super
Greg
chats.
Cherry Brand says the big fog. Shiloh Hill.
Well, it's the big fog.
Well, it's the big bad fog tonight, Lord. Oh. It's the big fog.
You are the voice of an angel.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I did like that. It says, Ricky has asked, who don't you want to see in that ladder match? Keanu Carver, I'll tell you that much. Oh yeah, well, anybody else you don't want to see? I don't want to see Shiloh Hill. I don't want to see Josh Briggs. I don't want to see any of them. Well, who do you want to see? Ricky, and Ricky. That's what I want to see. It's like, all right.
He is the best. He also great. Just like, I don't know how to like say it right, because I don't want to imply that he ever looked uncomfortable in the other character. He's just like extra comfortable because this is who he is as a wrestler. Like, this is the wrestler he was born to be. So there's just like, everything's a little bit more because it's like, he's in his groove now. He's in his sweet spot. So like stuff like that on commentary was so vibrant all each time he was on tonight. Like it was just, it's fun. It's fun to have this version of Ricky Saints on TV consistently.
Yeah. Post-match,
he was dressed
Tony D'Angelo
up as Aqualad. We did talk about him being dressed up as Aquaman earlier, but I like Aqualad.
Yeah, that's good. Tony D'Angelo shows up. The security is nowhere around the ring. Ava, sweetheart, I love you. I think they're writing you poorly. Your character, though. Where does Tony D do all of his stuff? If the
in
answer
or
you're
around
looking
the
for, the answer you're looking for is in and around the ring. You hired more security guys and placed them everywhere but around the ring. You would not have needed to call the police if you had placed all of your security dudes around the ring. But you did not do this. You have to talk to them about how poorly they write you. Because
It's
you should be
also
smarter
like
than this.
it's also just not that big of a venue.
No, it's
This
really
idea
not.
works a lot better in a bigger venue where arenas have so many entrances and there's so many different stair paths. Like I felt like even if you were a security guard across the building, you might be able to catch him. Like
Maybe.
if you just ran after him.
Yeah.
So
He beats up both Briggs and Shiloh Hill.
yes.
Gives a big choke slams to because a huge choke slam to Briggs and then one to Hill. They are not small men. And then
He is
stares at the
yoked.
camera with his mournful stare, and then he gets out of the ring and he stares at Ricky, and Ricky hides behind Vic Joseph. And then he walks off. And
This is the silly wrestling I like. It's things like this. I like Ricky hiding.
Mm-hmm. So who's our favorite lady that they never book right, Kate?
There's so many.
Well, I mean, who's out? Yours,
Zarya?
your Zarya, Delta Brady.
Sure.
Who is the one person from NXT who goes to TNA and has zero success?
They hate me.
They really don't like her.
They hate me.
I don't
saying taters. I am a tater chip, but you know, I feel bad because it felt like they were like, we're gonna call up Zaruca, and they were like, oh well, we can't pay off the story then. And they were like, but not yet. And so they're like, all right, we'll throw it back to it. Like it was going on too long 4 months ago. I feel like this is
they had her go over there and face the former Xia Li, Ying Li for the women's knockouts title at Genesis, and she just lost. She lost. And like, all right, okay. I mean, I don't know. Like, listen, depending on what ratings you've seen today, or maybe those weren't accurate, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say they didn't do great in the ratings last week. So I thought maybe with Genesis they were gonna like try and like really spice some things up. Like everyone hated the show before. Maybe we'll just bring in a whole bunch of people from NXT and give them the titles for like 6 weeks and then see if we can fool people into watching our show. And so I thought when I heard she was wrestling, I was like, oh, well, there you go. That's a cool thing to do. Just give Zarya that belt. You're not going to give her actually any belts in NXT. Give her this one. And then they didn't. And I was like, oh, wow, they really don't like booking her to win stuff. And now tonight, they have a match in the main event. We're going to talk about it. But it starts out with Soul going like, hey, how's it going? Like, my shoulder hurts. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But you know, I was like, where were you when I had at the end of my match last week? Like, I had to fight off the Elegance brand, Tall by Elegance and Small by Elegance. I had to fight them off. And it's like, yeah, well, I really could have used your help. Like, oh, it's okay. We're gonna win the number one contendership tonight. It's like, listen, for the past 4 months, my shoulder's been taking a beating, and I'm not at 100%. And if that's the reason we lose tonight, I'm not taking the blame for it. And I was like, ooh, so they're going to lose tonight. And then Soul is going to be like, I mean, I didn't get pinned. And then Zarya is going to fly off the handle, bad shoulder or not, and beat the hell out of her. And we're finally going to get some movement on this thing. And then, spoiler alert, that is not what happened in the main event. We're going to get to it later.
Turns out that is incorrect. So Jeremy got robbed is the thing that the chat wants to talk about and that we should talk about too.
Oh, that's fine.
Mr. Elegance. We played the Mr. Elegance entry video from Jeremy on this show.
We did.
And
we did.
I think what a lot of people were saying about TNA's debut on AMC was that it felt a little bit on the low effort side. And you know what didn't feel low effort? Jeremy's Mr. Elegance application video. I'll say this for the Mighty TNA. I think it was 173,000 was the initial report. Or the corrected report, actually. It's not in the amount of households that like an AEW or WWE is going to be. That being said, I watched that show and it was freaking awful. Genesis was a big bounce back from what people have said, but for total nonstop action, to have 3 matches, several in commercial break, like with very little stakes. There was no like X Division showcase. Like it felt like TNA has no personality right now. So I actually feel like it's important that they maybe lay off the NXT thing until they rediscover who the hell they are again for a minute. But what I wouldn't do is just put Zarya in that situation in general, because like I don't understand how I'm supposed to buy that she doesn't win matches all the time. Like, look at her. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, and I get the odd couple thing, and I get that there are probably other factors in play, like with a Zaruca call up, but like it's gone on for months now of like of I don't know. Like, of I don't know at this point, because now they don't even have a belt to fight over. Like, so who cares?
Yes, the TNA decided to become PSSA, partial stop-start action. It's not total and it's not nonstop. I'll tell you that much. Action is debatable.
It sure is. Like that show was. I don't want to like trounce it too much. There was a whole post show with Cresta, who was trying so hard, and Sean, who was so tired.
Like we're still in the whole crossover era. Like
the stuff it still is
over here. Like it's very possible they may decide to like ask for as many NXT talents as possible to go over and do stuff on TNA, trying to like get more people in to watch it. And if they do that, then all of a sudden we got people maybe pulling double duty or doing stories that don't coincide with how they're booked on both shows, stuff like that, stuff we're going to have to talk about. And it does not appear to be that I don't really trust a whole lot of the creative decisions being made over there.
No.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's so, they should, the creative was not great. But they should be so embarrassed about the way they handle contracts. They should be embarrassed from front to back about putting titles on people that are not signed to your company. They should be embarrassed that they don't have that. There's a guarantee that people have to have precedence with the TNA dates over indies, and that they can pretty much do whatever they want. They should be embarrassed that they allow 6-month contracts. They should be embarrassed that they let a bunch of their top talent walk at the start of the year and made no effort to push like a Jake something. They should honestly, from how they handle contracts alone, I'm not even talking about the abysmal production and creative that we got. How they handle contracts alone is embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
Yeah. So Swipe Right versus Chase U. Ponytail mustache and leafy green versus the guy with the hair and Ricky Vapes. And listen, Swipe Right's very, very good. I don't like their tag team name. But they're very, very good. And I thought for a second they were going to lose this and be the first team to ever lose to the Chase U Simps. Because listen, they're not very consistent with who looks good in matches and what that leads to. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I thought this was fine. but the Chase U Simps lose. Kale gets pinned, and afterwards, old ponytail mustache, he's standing there, and they keep focusing on him, like looking down at this whole thing at Leafy Green, like being cradled by Andre Chase. Says ponytail mustache, not that other name. That guy, I don't know who that is. Ponytail mustache in the match looked like he was looking for his older brother. Eye emoji. Good tag match also. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. However, they were doing that close up of ponytail mustache multiple times over 10 seconds. Like they would show him, then show what he was looking at, then show him, then show what he was looking at, then back to him, and then fade to the backstage. And I was like, they haven't given that much attention to ponytail mustache's face ever. So
I think it's because
they're doing something. They're doing something.
I think it's because we call him ponytail mustache. They were like, we gotta zoom in on these hairs.
At least let the stash stand.
David Finlay is in a contract year. That is his brother. He's announced for the New Beginning New Japan show, which is like February 23rd. So I don't think they're teasing it this far in advance. That would be insane even for them.
Mm-hmm.
I did appreciate the backstage where I forget which one of the Swipe Right guys it was, but one of them was like, "What is their mascot? A sweater? Huh? Because that's how those are like jokes that I tell and how I deliver them. So I appreciated it. Shout out to Ricky Smokes, who said, my undies was sticking out on TV, LMAO, because that was true. Here's my thing. I know they're heels, but they should have some sort of taunt that involves swiping if you're going to be named Swipe Right. None of their moves go to the right or the left. And I just feel like there should be some sort of swiping taunt, like that they went to swipe and they were like, I'd never swipe on you or whatever. Like there's got to be, can't just be named Swipe Right without like referencing Tinder in some way, I feel like. Yeah, there you go. Very much, though. My thing with Chase U is it's not a thing anymore, so I don't know what to do with it. Like it's they're not doing backstages really anymore. Like it's just kind of Andre Chase and these two non-students.
And the Chase U Simps who have never won a match in NXT.
Yeah.
And absolutely, there's a very real possibility they may never win a match until they win the titles. You know how they do stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's possible at Heat Wave in the summer, they're just going to win the titles. Just win them. Just because.
Heat Wave is ponytail mustache's time.
Yeah. I think that Ricky Vapes needs to change his name because it's weird the other way. Yeah, and
don't lie.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
That dude definitely vapes. Yeah, and the guy with the hair, if he doesn't want to have that name, he's got to change the haircut because it just ain't it for him. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Ava's on her cell phone in the back, and she turns it off. Okay, thanks. I'll see you soon. And then she tells Stone, well, the officers are on their way. Now, she does say officer. She does not say police. Maybe that's how they get away with it. Because when they show up, oh boy, are those not police.
I thought Party City went out of business.
Says, don't you think it's a bit drastic? No. Tony D has been doing this since Deadline, and I'm sick of it. Have you ever once sent the man an email saying we need to meet? I am your boss.
Text.
Come on, like what are we doing? I feel like at his quarterly performance review, did anybody sit him down and say, "Hey, what's the deal?" Or like, would you like to express your motivations to the crowd with a microphone? You can show up next Tuesday and we'll have one waiting for you. The idea that it's been 7 weeks and you're like, I'm sick of it. You weren't doing jack shit about it the first couple of weeks. So, like, now you're sick of it? Come on.
This is killing me. Casual conversation with law enforcement. Hello, 911. Could you come to my house? Thanks. See you soon. It's a little. I've got another bone to pick with Ava when she, but I think that's later in the show.
Mm-hmm.
When she's talking to Elio.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So then Lola Vice shows up and says, hey, you see, I was on AAA. Like, yes, I know your Lucha Lola is a sensation in Mexico. And it says, I've already beaten Izzy Dame, so I want my title shot. And then Thea Hale frantically runs in. She is
quite a coat.
Listen, you are not doing yourself any favors about the cocaine stuff when you run in frantic, wearing the exact same fur coat that Lorraine Bracco wore during the cocaine scene in Goodfellas. Okay? I'm just saying, if you don't like the comparisons, talk to the wardrobe who gave you that coat to wear in this scene. And she says, you were right. An open challenge was a big mistake. I'm ready for my rematch now. And Lola's like, but you know, I'm getting a rematch. But I deserve my rematch. I was North American champion. Yeah, barely. It doesn't matter. Both you girls, you're both pretty. And you you are going to have you're going to, on February 3rd, you will face Izzy Dame in a triple threat match, and the winner will be the new North American champion. And they're like, okay, that's fine with us now.
I was thinking maybe Thea Hale is that coat looked a little mob wifey. Maybe she's joining WD.
Nah. It's that.
You thought about it. You thought about it.
It's the gif of the girl who chased kombucha. It's like, no. Well, no. That's that. It's that one. It's that girl. I was that girl about that suggestion for real. Yeah, no, for sure. Anyway,
Alpha Bill did say this about Zarya. Sorry, we missed it earlier, so I just wanted to get to it. This may be controversial, but I don't think NXT is good at creative, especially with my Aussie Apocalyptic Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Miss Zarya. I will say, after I don't watch WWE in real, but watching Triple H be like, hey, if we put the title back on Chelsea, she has no challenger. She has it already run through, and everybody just be stumped by that. I was like, okay, so they are bad at this.
What it tells me is they absolutely have tiers that they will not let people break out of.
Yeah, it's sad.
You know, like, and here's the. I'm not going to get into a whole thing because we talk about it enough on Monday. But like, Chelsea Green is not allowed to face anybody above her, like, for lack of a better term, pay grade. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like this is where you are. You're here. You cannot punch above your weight class. We're not going to let Chelsea Green do that. However, Maxine Dupree can have 6 fucking matches with Becky Lynch, and that's fine. But I'm not going to talk about it. I said I wasn't going to talk about it.
You're doing great so far.
Well, I'm not talking about it anymore. Okay. So Jada Parker comes out to cut her babyface promo, which sounds like they recycled some old scripts from the Jordan Grace thing of like, I'm not good enough. And I'm like, why are we? I just feel like the problem that Jada Parker has shouldn't be that. It should be the opposite of that. It should be overconfidence. Like she gets out over her skis a few times. She's really talented, but she thinks she's the best when she's only had 50 matches, as opposed to some women who've been doing this for 10 years. Like, that is the thing that I think is a really cool thing, is like, she is really talented. She is really good, but she's not nearly as good as she thinks she is. And that's her fatal flaw, as opposed to, what if everyone is right when they say I'm not good enough? Is in no way the character she's been playing for the last 3 years on TV.
And Alex, I was like, I don't think I know anybody who's saying that. Do you know anybody who's saying that? Who is saying that? Everyone says, I haven't heard people saying that Jada Parker is not good. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't heard, even in character, nobody is saying that. Here's the thing. It was very well delivered. It was very well delivered. She has something much more natural to her than a lot of the forced promo deliveries that we get around NXT, and that will do her very well in the future. My complaints with this were the one you already called out, and also when she was like, give Lola Vice her flowers. I was like, didn't you guys throw bricks at each other's head?
Was that like a year and a half ago? Everything's changed. Like, Jada Parker's supposed to be a like a badass tweener leaning face now. She's not the girl who fought Lola Vice. So
I guess, but I'm like,
I hate it too. But like, that's WWE like heel turn or face turn 101. I am now a baby face nominally, and therefore every face that I had a problem with before, I am now friends with, or at least have a begrudging respect for.
Here's my mental illness. I have several, but this is the one we're going with for now. I don't know if you know this, Alex, but I'm quite an Eddie Kingston fan. I feel like everybody. So, have you heard about this? That he's not a fan of the Claudio?
Really?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since like forever. Since like the Chikara days. If you believe it.
Wow, that's a long time.
I feel like every wrestler or most wrestlers should have their Claudio, and I feel like they should have their Moxley to Eddie. They should have one guy who, right or wrong, they back up, and they should have one guy who, right or wrong, they despise the sight of. So to the point where when they are coming back after a very long-term injury, they're wearing a Claudio Sucks Egg shirt. And I feel like Jada and Lola should probably be those people for each other, because they used very real, not at all foam bricks to beat each other up at the 2300 arena. Or at least at this point in their careers, they should be those kind of arch rivals to each other. So don't come out and give her flowers.
No.
Come on. Just pick someone else's name. That's all.
Yeah, no, that made a lot of sense to me. But
there's people I've forgiven from my past that I would never be like out here.
Yeah,
given credit to.
I will say, I thought she delivered this boilerplate bullshit very, very well.
Yes,
and made it her own with a lot of flair. Of can't catch a break, but I can catch your eye. Caught their attention too. And every time I walk into a room, it gets harder to breathe because of all the space I take up. I am owed that space. That is mine. And I'm like, this is all really good babyface fire stuff. She's been a fan favorite without ever being a babyface, and I think they're trying to see how that works with this run here. And then the lights go out, and I was like, Malachi Black, and it wasn't. It was
Tony
Blake Monroe, who's like, put the spotlight where it belongs. And I was like, do each of you have your own lights guy?
Yeah.
Like, why if Blake Monroe goes up to the lights guy and says, hey, I'm going to interrupt her promo. When I throw you the sign, you cut the lights. And then I'm going to say, put the spotlight where it belongs. You put a spotlight on me. And he's like, okay. Does he have to check with the director of the broadcast, or does he just do it? Does Jada Parker also have a lights guy who like when the lights go out on her, that guy flips another switch to turn those lights back on, or like this has always bugged me about how certain people just get free reign of the lights guy.
I feel like if everybody has their own lights guy, they should have to fight. And there can only be
the lights
one.
guys should have to fight each other, and the winner gets to control the light board.
I actually think it would be really fun if we got to see Blake Monroe flirting with the light production guy, paying him off, whatever it is. Because, like, I actually don't have a problem with her character doing it. I have a problem with every character doing it. But I could buy that Blake Monroe conned somebody into doing that. But you should. We're robbed of a very entertaining, very short scene between her and the lighting guy, paying her off or batting her eyes at him or whatever. Like there's something cute that you could do there, but the overwhelming fact that it's everybody in all of wrestling, by the way, it gets very old.
She says, you made a big mistake when you interrupted her, but I understand. Who better to interrupt the glamour? And then are you done talking now? You talk so much. And Jada Parker just said in her own thing, I talk a lot. And like, so you don't like her because she also talks? You have too much in common. That we're people who are too alike butt heads. Yes, I get it. Says you're the one who are going to learn why they call me Miss Parker. And it only occurred to me now that they are saying Ms. Parker when they do her chant and not Jada Parker, Jada Parker, Jada Parker. I thought they were saying her first name. They're apparently saying Miss Parker. That's the chant. Miss Parker. I thought it was Jada Parker the whole time. The whole time. Every time I thought they were saying Jada Parker. I didn't know why she was. I don't know why she's Miss Parker. I thought it was. I thought it's like she like a kindergarten teacher. Because when I Miss Parker, I just feel.
Yeah, the last name does lean that way. I think it's a little bit of a respect thing. But I think this interaction was fine. What was weird is it set up a back and forth that didn't really happen. Like it was just they didn't trade barbs. It was just like Jada said things, Blake interrupted, and then she responded, and it was over. I was like, oh, okay. Like I thought there was gonna be more tension built between the two of them. Like they didn't actually say a ton back and forth to each other. That was the theme of the night for me a little bit of just like, I thought there wasn't like a follow through as much as stuff. Like there was a very quick interview with Keanu Carver. I was like, oh, okay, he now is off the handle for some reason. Like, so I wanted to see actual more interaction between them, but I thought, well, generically written, I thought Jada did really well in her return promo, and I think this will be a productive feud, and I like how different the characters are, because boilerplate as the promo felt, like Jada is not like a typical, gosh, by golly, underdog baby face. Like she did a really good job of still being herself, which is good.
Apparently, I'm being told in the chat is a reference to the movie Friday, starring one Ice Cube. There's a character named Miss Parker in that movie. It will not surprise most of you to realize that my white ass watched that movie once in 1996 and never since. Because it didn't really speak to my experience, and yet I understood it was not for me, and I let it be and moved on with my life.
I was also 9, so I didn't I didn't put two and two together either. No, that makes a ton of sense. That's awesome. That's cool. I like that. And I think this will be a good feud. I think like Blake she's different than everybody in NXT right now, and I feel like Jada's different than every other face in NXT right now. So that's good. You want that title adjacent kind of movement.
Yeah. Well, I do and I don't. We don't know who's coming after JC Jane.
Right.
So because I don't feel like it's like Jada and Blake wrestle a match and then are done with each other. I feel like that's probably a thing that lasts a while. And while that's happening, what is JC Jane doing? would be my question. But we'll see.
That is a good question. I did notice, like, it was not lost on me that Blake was back in the Raven's Nest tonight, which, like, I think she's only called for titles from there and stuff. Like, so I'm wondering if that's like a wink and a nod.
Yeah, it is also very odd to me as well that they did the big oopsie daisy with Blake's title that she was never supposed to lose, and then they didn't have her have a rematch for it.
She didn't even care.
And didn't really like, it's fine. I'm gonna move on now. And they're like, but not to anything that's involving a title or like a step up, you know?
Correct. Yeah.
So
it's weird that she didn't say the reason I don't care about this thing is there's a bigger title that I have my eyes on. So I don't quite know.
We will see what happens with that. Ava is in the back with Miles Bourne. Miles Bourne wants to make sure, I'm going to be the champ or something. We are an hour and 10 minutes, I think, after he lost his match. Elio LeFleur is still walking around in his gear, in his mask, and holding his ribs. And I always feel like you got to time these out better. Like he hasn't gotten to the showers yet from his match an hour and 10 minutes ago. I just feel like we should figure out a way to make that the scene where he is backstage, if he is still en route to the locker room from his match, have his backstage scene take place maybe 10 or 15 minutes after he lost, as opposed to an hour and 10 minutes after he lost. It's just weird.
You know what would be great is if Ricky Saints in character had a problem with the way someone smells. Like if they were waiting around for an hour and a half and still in their gear, Ricky Saints walks by and is just, I would be so here for that. Just acknowledge it.
Yeah. He says, thank you for the chance, the opportunity tonight. You're welcome. There'll be a lot more for the, and I thought, like, matter of fact, you're in a qualifier with this guy, Miles Bourne. I thought they were going to do that. And then he leaves and says, I'm going to win the match next week with Dion Lennox. And I was like, oh, that's who you're facing. Wait a minute. Now we know that we're getting Miles Bourne versus Dion Lennox next week. And at this point, we didn't know it yet, but it is revealed to us later. There's going to be Jackson Drake versus Joe Hendry. And we know Keanu Carver is in one of the qualifiers. But at this point, and all the way to the very end of the show, they did not tell us. And when they finally did, I literally cackled. So we'll get to it when we get to it, but it is very funny. Ricky Saints walks past. Which Bourne are we gonna see? And Ethan's like, "Hey, you gonna be the guy who manhandled Robert Stone last week, or you're gonna be the wuss? You know which one you need to be in order to beat Dion Lennox next week." And Miles Bourne just goes, "Grrr."
In this scene, it's not Ava's fault that she's written to be an idiot.
No, it's not.
But Peter LeFleur says, like, hey, I didn't, sorry I didn't knock him off, but thanks for the chance to show everybody like what I'm capable of. And she has the nerve after last week to say, there's a reason Ethan's a 2-time champion.
Yeah.
The whole reason he couldn't be in a qualifying match is because there's not allowed to be 2 double champions or like a double champion in NXT. Come on. You acknowledge that he is a double champion, but last week you say he can't be in it because he can't be a double champion, so he has to defend his title this week, and he's still a double champion, and now you acknowledge that he's a double champion.
I think it's dumb, but I think they think it's a loophole because he's a AAA champion and she has no say over whether or not he is that. I say yes, you do. You can say you're not allowed to go to AAA and challenge for one of their titles as long as you're one of my champions. But they're saying that it's different because he's a AAA champion as well as an NXT champion. You can't be two NXT champions at the same time, but you can be, apparently, a AAA and an NXT or a TNA and an NXT, but you can't be two NXT, which I think is bullshit, but I think that is their logic. It's just very dumb. It's very dumb.
Well, yeah, especially because you had a double champion with Zaruca for like a good chunk of the year.
You did, but not anymore. It's a new policy. They just invented last week.
If they just invented it last week and said so, I would actually have less of a problem with it because it would have been an actual written justification. Mm-hmm. They just made it up.
Yep. So Sean Legacy was not announced as a guy who was going to be in NXT last week, but he was today. So
was he super today? I didn't catch that. Is he Super Sean Legacy still?
I think they sometimes call him that. I think they're testing it out.
It's not like a vicious Viking Raiders, new vicious Viking Raiders thing. He's just sometimes
it may be Seth freaking Rollins. He may be Super Sean Legacy, big Bronson Reed. You know what I mean? He might be on one of those. I don't know.
Could it be Super freaking Sean Legacy?
Super freaking big Sean Legacy.
Who is also new and vicious.
Yeah. New vicious super freaking big Sean Legacy.
Next.
Anyway, yeah. Eli Knight.
Wait. We have a super chat related to Ethan.
Okay, good.
Josh G from Connecticut says, these MF spitting, which he always says, and it pops me every time. So thank you. He says, I'm an unabashed Ethan Page stan for almost a decade. His NXT work has been tremendous. Also, he's one of my favorite content creators from when he was on the Indies. I've told a story on here a couple times about how incredibly kind Ethan Page was and what an example he was when I was at Excite Wrestling on commentary, and how unbelievably kind to me he was, how he was willing to do interviews, stick around. He was always talking to other people, first in, last out kind of guy. I only have the most wonderful things to say about that dude. And separate from that, I'm also a huge fan of his work. I think he's been a tremendous asset to NXT, especially since they got him at Disneyland. And I'm glad to see him like consistently in a place where he's thriving. So I love that you love him, because I love him too. And for that, we are both spitting. Mm-hmm. That's what I say, Alex.
Yeah. This was a really great match. And I think that both of these guys have a lot of really great potential. I think Sean Legacy could be, future North American, maybe even world NXT champ. I think Eli Knight has a potential to be a Javon Evans, in that he will face Keanu Carver 12 times and lose every match, and then be called up too early before he finishes his story arc. But this was a lot of fun, and I honestly, at different times in the match, you could have convinced me either guy was winning. But it was Sean's legacy. It was Sean's legacy.
It was
to pin Eli Knight. But this was a really, really great match. I liked it a lot. And I think Sean Legacy needs to work on the hair, though. If it's going to be like the completely shaved on all sides in the back, and then you got like a tuft of hair on top, you got to gel that thing, because as you're doing the match, it's going to it poofs up and it looks like he's a rooster. Like he's
Orange Cassidy's.
Yeah, he looks like a rooster.
It does. It gets a little roostery.
Yeah, you get a little roostery.
I said it looks a little roostery.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel? I don't know if I like it or not.
Hold on, he's Sean Leghorn.
Foghorn Sean Leghorn.
He's Foghorn Sean Leghorn. He's Foghorn Sean Legacy Horn.
His entrance that had like the narration thing over it. I don't know if it works.
That's both. That's him and like in Eli Knight both had that. And, and it was. I think it's just because hey, these are new guys you don't know very well. You could do an inset promo like where they put like a little picture-in-picture box and you can see the guy saying the thing that he is saying, and that would not have felt off at all to me. But like the audiobook version of his introduction was just weird, right? You know what I mean? Like
I think it's because it was their own voices was part of it. Like if it was somebody else talking them up, I always am rooting for things we don't see a lot. And I can't remember seeing that. So I think it was a cool attempt at something. I don't know if it quite worked, but it was different. And I appreciate that. Like I like it when a presentation switches up, but usually when you have like a narration thing, it's somebody else's voice. Like I was like, when was the last time we saw something like this? And I was like, oh, it was Alex Windsor like saying a love letter to Will Ospreay as before he went off for surgery, basically. So I was like, maybe it's the first person aspect of it, but I appreciated that they tried something new. Like we don't get enough of that in wrestling of attempts at fresh things like that. So anyway, it was of note.
After the match, here comes Tony D again. And so you're just not trying to find this guy. I don't think he's that good of a hide and seek player.
Maybe he is.
So he attacks both Eli Knight and Sean Legacy. He choke slams Sean Legacy on the announce table. Ricky is standing there and he picks up his office chair and holds it in front of him.
So funny. He's so good, man.
And Tony gets back in the ring and gives us that blank stare that almost says, I don't know. There's something different about it. It's not rage. Maybe it's determination, but he feels like it's sad that he has to do this. I don't know why. That's what I'm reading from his eyes. And then Ava shows up with the police, which is just 3 guys in black Dockers, long sleeve Lycra tops, and really bad like SWAT vest type things, like worse than what the Shield wore. Like it's really and Tony D gets out of the ring, walks over to them, turns around, puts his hands behind his back, and then one of the cops fumbles a long time trying to get his. You know what? I bet you real cops don't fumble that hard trying to figure out where their handcuffs are. I feel like they know how to get their handcuffs out of their weird little vest that somehow is incredibly ill-fitting for them. And they pull it and they arrest him and he'll walk out. And then later we see them leading him out and he walks past Ava and Ava says, "You gave me no choice, Tony." I feel like you didn't exhaust all of your options.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. I don't think in NXT that they would have Tony D do one of his big chokeslam spine busters to Ava. So when he comes out and he's doing that, have her walk down, have her actually be the boss of this place, walk down there and go, "This stops now. I want to see you in my office. If I don't see you in my office in the next 60 seconds, you can find a new place to work. You need to tell me what this is all about." She didn't attempt any of that. Eventually, she's like, "Let's hire some more security guards and post them in places where he definitely won't be. And then let's call 3 rent-a-cops and have them show up." Dumb.
I wouldn't want to date her. This character, because like communicate, you know what I mean? she's young for me anyway. I don't mean it like that. I just mean like, how many times does she leave you on red? Let's be honest. But this chat got me really good. Like his hide and seek skills are like, don't check ringside while he's hiding at ringside. Here's my other thing. And I know we're nitpicky around these parts, but like, Alex, what do you think is worse? Blindsiding someone backstage and attacking them and leaving them for dead, or attacking someone after they've been fighting, are in their ring gear, and are literally like in fighting mode? Like, I feel like that's so much better than getting blindsided in a parking lot or backstage when you are literally in a mode where you're defending yourself already.
I don't know.
And you had 3 warning shots on the same episode already. Like, you know, this guy's around. I don't know. At some point, not to victim blame, but like, you got to look over your shoulder.
Yep. When he goes out to a cop car, Blake Howard, the interview guy, says, Tony, any comment? Tony, why are you doing this? And then the cops is like, no questions. Like, oh, it's just weird. And
these never work in wrestling. Like when they tried to do that with Renee and Jeff Hardy and stuff too, like these you're getting taken away things are so bad.
He gets put in the cop car and they drive off. But here's OTM pushing Blake Howard out of the way and like, we're gonna fight you, Dark State, for the tag team titles. Earlier we saw a progressive spotlight on Izzy Dame and the rest of the culling. And Nico Vance has the idea, not Sean Spears, by the way. Nico Vance is like, we need to get back where we're on track. We're going to go for the tag team titles. And like Sean is like, I never thought of that. Very good idea. Just like, okay, whatever. So they're going after the tag titles. They announced later, then they show like a backstage thing where like Dork State is backstage. And they're like, man, OTM wants to get this work. Let's give it to them, bruh. Yeah, bruh. I say we should also let them get this work, bruh. And then Sean, what's his name? Cutler, whatever his Cutler. He's like, hey, I know I'm the worst member of all of us, but they should also get this work. Yeah, bruh. And here comes Deanne Lennox is like, Miles Bourne's gonna get this work, bruh. And they said bruh far too many times in this segment. Just too many times. You all know each other's names. You can say it. Dion, hello. Dion, hello. Osiris, how are you, sir? Bruh.
I don't think they need a formal greeting, but okay.
I don't know. Like, but you know each other's names. It's just bruh. And then later it's announced we are getting next week on the show. We are getting Dork State versus OTM. Where's Hank and Tank?
I was just about to ask the same thing. I hope I'm actually gonna message Sean and ask
the last match that Hank and Tank wrestled on television was on December 16th. Do you know who they beat? OTM.
Okay. I'm gonna make a note to ask Sean. Because they're like now suspicious in their absence. Because it's a full month later and post the Christmas episodes. So I'm gonna ask. Alex.
Yeah.
One thing I do love, I don't think it quite worked tonight because I don't know why OTM was just like out there at the arrest scene. But I love when segments dovetail. Like the fluidity of the show is helped so much better when things like that are the case. Yeah. Poor Blake, rough night at the office between the Keanu Carver interview and then this. He's just trying to do his damn job. That would have been really funny if OTM came up and took the mic and he just was like, enough. Like, I've had it tonight. The Hank and Tank void is weird. Dark State continues just to not really know. Even like Cutler James was fine tonight. Like he came over and he said his line and his piece and he was serious and he was fine tonight. But like that guy is not the same guy that was making innuendo jokes. Like they just need to do something that really elevates the guys. I guess Dion Lennox is like on deck, so that works. But I just keep wondering what the holdup is with the other parts of this, mostly Saquon Sugars, because he's the most like ready, set, go star that they might have on the men's side.
Yeah.
That isn't like currently a title holder or whatever. Like he's I don't know what the holdup is with that guy. I just think everything I've seen from him is screaming star in every facet of what he does. I don't know if it's lack of sleeves. Maybe it's. I thought it was just you with that hang up, but maybe it's a bigger issue.
Maybe it's the thing. And listen, if I can get over it, you can get over it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sean, Mr. Hickenbottom, sir,
you want to call him?
You can get.
This is my new favorite bit. Ask about Hank and Take while you have him. Oh, this is that phone that goes through the headphones. What are the extensions at NXT, man?
It's ringing. Okay. HBK. Hey, it's ASP. I just wanted to let you know, the thing with Saquon Sugars, the one sleeve thing. I know. Listen, I had a hang up about it too at the beginning, but like I got over it. And listen, if I can get over it, then I know you can get over it. He's really, really talented. Yeah, no, he cuts an amazing promo. I know you wouldn't know it because you never give him a microphone, but he cuts an amazing promo, and he's also like a good wrestler. I was just thinking maybe you could, let him showcase those things. Right. Okay, good. Okay, no, wait. Well, while I got you here, Hank and Tank? Yeah. Well, the thing is that they beat OTM. Yeah. No, December. You forgot. Okay. Well, maybe try remembering. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. He does look stupid on Unreal Season 2, doesn't he? Okay. Yeah. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Maybe try remembering is accidentally one of the funniest things you've ever said. I love this, the sour cellular, but it's not a cellular, unfortunately.
No,
but
it's
like
definitely a landline.
It's
definitely a landline.
But that's pretty good.
Yeah.
If it was a cellular, your ringtone for him would be "Sexy Boy." Like it would be, he'd call you.
But it would be like an old, like in 2004, so it'd be like a MIDI sound, just like beeps, beep 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 beep. I miss MIDI ringtones, man. I had a whole collection of those things.
Set me up on Phone Zoo.
They were set up to like where if a certain person rang, like it would play one song, but if a different person rang, it would be a different song. Oh, I love that.
Fire.
That was so great. So great. Hey, you know what else was so great? This one women's match we got on the whole fucking show. Was this 3 corners, 3 women legal at one time, badass triple threat tag match. Awesome. All the women kicked ass in this. Was really great. I also commend Zaria for playing out the whole my shoulder hurts thing through the entire match. She really played that really well. Maddie WrenQCC, Ren Sinclair did excellent work. Kendall Gray continues to look like everything she's cracked up to be. Lainey Reed really lays in her shit. We know from now years of watching her that Fallon Henley is always nothing less than incredibly solid. And Zaruca continues to be ridiculously athletic and fun to watch. This was a lot of fun.
Fightful Award winner, Zaruca. Normally I would complain about there only being one women's match on the card. However, NXT is phenomenal with their screen time for women. Not always the utilization of it, to be clear, but the split is very favorable. And the match that we did get was awesome here. And the men's division needs some help right now. And some of this was establishing new players in the men's division. So when you pull back for a second, you look at the utilization of the screen time being appropriate to the product, it was. So if you're like, why isn't Kate ranting about it? That's why. It makes sense. This was a whole mess of fun. Like, this was, I was really impressed by, I think Maddie, this might have been the best we've seen of her, because it was like a sustained effort, and it was the most a wrestler that she got to be, because the story wasn't the gimmick. So we just got to see her show out a little bit more, which I thought was really great. Lainey Reed was, she always looks good, but she laid in tonight. Like, there, she had a little more on the fastball tonight, and I think it showed how impactful her offense could be when she was just like, had a little bit of tenacity behind it. Everybody else was great. Zarya is just she and Saquon Sugars are my, I don't understand why they're not next up. Like, let's get them moving along in very different ways. But it's very good to see things like you said with the shoulder, because we know she's capable of doing all the strong badass shit, right? I think that's why they had this character for her. Like, can you do the silly goose stuff? Can you do X, Y, and Z? Injury selling, she can do great. Like, she's very, very well done. Man, if you are a fan of the independents, do not sleep on the Australian scene. Like, they are loaded with talent. Pro wrestling in Australia is at an all-time high from my knowledge of it. Follow Wrestle Radio Australia, because they know more than I do. But like, tag team wise, men's singles wise, women's wise, like Jessica Troy's over there, Chevs is over there, the Velocities are over there, the Dropouts are over there. Like, do not sleep on the Australian scene if you're into wrestling. And like, there's a bunch of really, really good promotions too. And a lot of them are free on YouTube. So check them out. Like, if you want to see it, because like, whenever Australian stars get delivered to America, they just come, like, you just untie them and they're ready to go. It feels like. The chat mentioning Madison Eagles. I'll also mention Robbie Eagles. Not just because of my TMDK standhood, but because of his commitment to making the Australian scene better. Like, that, it just seems like when we get talent from Australia, they are ready to rock and roll, man. And not only in the big ways, but in the nuances like this. Like, this was a very specific story that Zarya had to tell, and she told it really well. And I feel like she's always very well prepared for these things. That's not to take away from anything that's going on behind the scenes at NXT, but it's just a trend that I've noticed with the Australian independents. So, and there should be more to come if people are paying attention. I just gave you the names for them. So there you go. Go get them signed. Go get them signed to bigger promotions, because you'll get more of this. You'll get more really high quality storytelling of people that are good at all of the aspects of it, because it's properly trained over there. So, but I'll always be cheering for her, man. I just want them to do something meaningful with her, because she's a force to be reckoned with. But this was cool to see. This is cool to see.
Everybody got a chance to shine out. Really fun stuff. Zaruca saving her partner from being pinned was good. Lainey Reed hit an awesome Blue Thunder bomb.
Boy,
like, I forget who she hit it on, but she like spun her around like a 720 before dropping her. That was great.
I want more gals using that, because they should.
It was really good. Yeah. And we got a big double soul snatcher on Lainey and Fallon at the same time, and then I loved Zarya herking her up through the pain, like, yeah, having to shove her up to do the big F5 that she does was really great. But then she couldn't lift her arm to celebrate when they raised everybody's arms in victory. I thought that was really well done, because so many times you'll see somebody sell the arm to the entire thing and then throw up their arm and be like, I'm good. And I'm like, no, but you shouldn't be, though. And this is excellent. I thought this was really, really well done.
Yeah, this was contendership for the Knockouts tag titles, for those of you wondering in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a fun way to close the show too. I had a lot of fun. Kendall Gray is fantastic. She's just great. And I'm gonna pull up our Humper chats because I was alerted that I shouldn't here, but this was a really fun way to top off the show. Other than the things you had to call HBK about.
Right. Yeah.
That was very good.
Yeah. I thought it was yes. There's a lot of things that are just silly every week. But, you know.
Yeah, which we have to call. Well, we are not silly, to be clear.
No.
No. NXT is silly. You and I are extremely serious.
Yeah.
Speaking of serious, we got a Humper chat from Soupy Toasterson, who says, calling it, Ricky Starks is using Tony D'Angelo as a hitman, taking out any threats to the title. Ooh, I love a good conspiracy theory. I wish Jesse Ventura were here for it. What do you think of that?
Say it again.
Ricky Starks is using Tony D as a hitman to take out anybody that would get near the title, like any potential threats.
Him not going after Ricky is interesting, and I did consider that. And that would be like, does he have blackmail on Tony? And he's like, to throw off the scent, he's going to act scared of him. But Tony knows he can't touch him, because if he does something, I don't know what, like.
I need this to be true, because I need to see Ricky in his fabulous outfit visiting Tony D in jail. I need to see Ricky on one side of the window and Tony D on the other. Oh, man. That would be fun as hell, honestly.
I mean, him coming back at Deadline. Because I guess maybe that's his contingency plan. Right? Because Oba won the title back at Deadline by beating Ricky earlier in the night.
Correct.
And then at the end of the main event is when he shows up. So I lost my title. You are my contingency plan. If I lose the title, then you come back and take out everybody, and then I can win the title back. But he was not planning on Javon being like, oh, I'm gonna use my title shot now. And then Ricky was like, well, now I gotta show my hand. I feel like he wouldn't have to, though. He would just send out Tony D to attack Javon and break up the whole thing to pull the referee out, or whatever happened, however that worked in that match when he attacked Javon. You would just send Tony D out to do that, and then you wouldn't have the heat on you. You know what I mean? Nobody would know you were turning heel. But maybe he panicked. Maybe Tony D wasn't there that day. I don't know. It's possible. I can only punch a few very small holes in it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it, particularly because it would fall in line with my whole, like, why does he not feel like he's doing this of his own volition? There's something about because Tony D would, like, he would take more joy in beating up people if it was his own idea.
That's
you know
fair.
what I mean? So I don't hate it. I don't think that's what they're doing, because I don't think they're that smart. But I kind of like it.
I mean, you could call him anytime and just tell him that idea.
To
think about him. You've got his.
Oh no, they've already
short number.
Listen, Kate, if there's anything that we know and understand from watching this for years and years and years, is that they have concrete plans that they lock into for like the next 6 months, and you can't change those plans once they've started. So if I were to call him now, he would just say, oh no, but we have all these plans for Tony D and Ricky Saints. You know what I mean? He would just tell me no.
I feel like you perhaps have misread the way that they operate a little bit.
No, because when I talk to him, I listen. I don't only talk to him on the air. Sometimes I'll call him up just on a Sunday afternoon. We'll shoot the shit, and he told me that they have plans that are concrete and set in stone, and that they can't change them. And I believe him because HBK would never lie to me. He gave me his phone number.
There's like this doc. You know what? We'll talk about it off air. We'll talk. We'll discuss it.
All right, sounds good. We have some puns.
We got some puns.
We got Disney puns. Let's do it. Jid Pringle says CM Princess. Orion Ben
This
says,
microphone in any other man's hand is just a microphone, but when it's me, it's a wand.
Yeah. Pretty Mickey Mouse, Black Snow White, Goof Boop.
Goof boop?
Like Goof Troop? You know Goof Troop? Goof
Boop.
Because Statlander used to do the boop, right?
Boop. There you go.
Al Snow White or Snow J White?
Either way, I like it.
I like Al Snow White. It's very, very good. Rafael Garcia, like that. And
Switchblade
also,
Snow White.
This is very good. Rapunzel Vice.
Rapunzel Vice. I'm in.
New WWE superstar, allegedly Steamboat Willie Hobbs.
Guys, I came up with the name for him, his NXT name, and it's Electricity Dwelling.
Electricity, not Powerhouse, but Electricity Dwelling Will Hobbs. Yep.
Got it.
Electricity Dwelling.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It does. It really does. Meet Normus says Pinocchio Bafemi, the Little Murder Hawk, Ariel Assassin, Daffy Duck Hudson, Steamboat Willie Mack, Mufasa Ali, Daddy Magic Kingdom, Psycho Disney.
Psycho Disney is a great one to end on.
Tom LaValle says, Coco beware. Look, it's the Wall-E brother.
I like that. What was Coco's bird's name again?
Frankie, right?
Frankie the Macaw, yeah.
Orion Ben says Disneyland. Said Duck Tales.
Woo!
And Technotron 2000.
Thank you. I like that one.
Meet Norma says Nation of 101 Dalmatians. I just see the actual Nation of Domination painted black and white and raising little paws. Samoa Dumbo and Bambio Sky. Superman says the Hall of the Don Callis family. Very good. Let's see here. Silver Apocalypse says the Tinkerbellas, Elton Prince Charming, Mickey Foley, Maya Small World After All, Jay Snow White, and Stardust Wars.
Very nice.
Jake Cherrybrand says Arabian Facebuster Nights, Ginderella. Oh, that's really, really good.
Ginderella's really good.
Ginderella's very, very good. Oh, I just can't wait to be King Booker.
Very nice.
Lady and the Champ, Izzy McGuire, The Emperor's New Move, Big Hero 6, Fog McStuffins, That's So Maven. Love you, Jens. We love you too.
Very nice. Thank you, Greg.
Jim McFall is joining forces with his dear leader. Says, I am Quebecois, and I support Alex and denounce the rabble.
As you should. Rebel.
And Tom Valley says it's true. SGS is not a democracy; it's a cheerocracy, and Alex is the cheer tater with Kate as the cheer captain.
Thank you. Wait, is that? I can't remember what that's from.
Is it Bring It On?
You would think it was Bring It On, but for some reason, I feel like it's something different.
It's from a movie I've seen, but not in a very long time.
Yeah.
Louisville says Finding Dory Funk and the Fabulous Mulan. Josh D from the end says, "Oh yeah, man, shucky ducky quack quack," which is not a pun, but it's just something for me to.
Oh, there you go.
For me to ruin my voice with.
Well, you got a Braun Strowman karaoke request.
How the heck does he do that? That is, oh my goodness. That would ruin my throat. That was terrible. Meet Norma says Penta El Cerro Maleficent.
Very nice.
Pollyanna J. Beauty and the Beast Mordos. Jungle Book of Jericho.
Very nice.
Wall E Dangerously. Now I'm picturing him with the balding mullet and the giant cell phone leading around a bunch of guys in 90s ECW. Oh, man, that's really good. Finger really Pocahontas of Doom.
Also very good.
C. Delgado says Mean Street Posse's Pete Gaston. The Shaggy Road Dog. Oliver Humperdinck and Company. The Apple Dumpling Bang Bang Gang. The Apple Dumpling Gang. What a great movie. The Alistair Black Cauldron. Let's see here. So Apocalypse says Ariel Helwani. Lightning Kid McQueen. Tony Stormtrooper. Bambi Bingalow. Bambi Bingle. I'm saying Bing. Bambi Bigelow. There we go. Han Solo Sokoa. Rosemary Poppins. Dory Funk. Captain Hook.
Very nice.
Chuck Miriam says Osprey adult, not a Disney adult, but an Osprey adult. The Swiss Family Callus. The Computer War Wrestling Boots. Goofy Garrison. Ratatouille Spicoli. Bailey Max. And Sky Boo. I also agree that this is true. That Sean Horn Leghorn should be SGS canon as long as he keeps wearing the hair that way and it poofs up into a rooster over the what is that thing? It's a thing. There's a name for it. The thing that on top of the rooster's head. There's a name for it. I don't know what this is, but
feathers.
No, it's not feathers. And then Greg Cherry says Shining Wizards of Waverly Place, One Winged Angels in the Outfield, $1 Million Arm Bar, Sweet Life of Zack Sabre Jr. and Cody Rhodes. Zach and Cody.
A ZSJ Disney Channel like kids show, I would be here for.
All right. Let's see here. Let's do the Shadester wants Prince Ali from Aladdin sang by William Regal. Okay. Hold on. All right. Hey, clear the way in the old bazaar. Hey, you, let us through. It's a bright new star. Oh, come. Be you're first on your block to meet his eye. Make way, here he comes. Ring bells, bang the drums. Are you gonna love this guy? Prince Ali, fabulous, he, Ali above. Genuflect, show some respect, down on one knee. Now try your best to stay calm. Brush up your Sunday salam. Then come and meet his spectacular coterie. Prince Ali, mighty as he, earlier Babwa. Strong as 10 regular men, definitely. He faced the galloping hordes, 100 bad guys with swords, who sent those goons to their lords. Why, Prince Ali. War games.
Famously, the movie Aladdin ended with Jafar
Mm-hmm.
and Aladdin, and
Mm-hmm.
the last two remaining in War Games.
Alpha Bill. Gorsh, it's the ring general, Goofner. Yuck. Very good. Meet Normus asks for some opinions on Booker from Linda and Sheila. So I can't stand him. He's over there, blah 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 blah. What the hell? What the hell? Oh yeah, man. He compared three. I believe there were 2 weeks that separate him, comparing Shiloh Hill to the Wind. And also Eli Knight to the Wind. Both guys cannot be the Wind. They are very different competitors. Neither of them can be. I don't think either of them is the Wind, but I don't think you can reliably say this man and this man, very different men, are both the Wind. I don't think it's possible.
You know, I kind of like him. I think he's a hoot, honestly. I think he's a hoot.
You would.
I think it's funny when he talks about popping his you know what. I'm surprised you don't like him for that alone.
About who? What's he talking about?
Popping his you know what, man.
Oh, but that was months ago, and I'm honestly, I have no idea what he was on.
I like when he sings along with the songs on the show, because I like to sing along with the songs on the show.
You do like to sing along with the songs.
I do. I talk to the TV quite a lot.
That's why nobody can go see a musical with you, because you're out there just.
Who doesn't love to sing the songs?
Well, the problem is not who doesn't love to. Everyone loves to sing the songs, maybe in the confines of their own shower at home and not in public. When you're out here, going to see Phantom or Guys and Dolls or Hamilton or all of them out there.
Is this why you wouldn't go to Wicked with me?
This is why I would not go to Wicked with you. You just outed yourself. Yes, this is why I would not go to Wicked with you.
I'm going to go to Wicked with Booker T.
Out here, I'm defying gravity.
Maybe you'd have an easier time of it if you had the catharsis of singing along. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I cathart just fine without having to sit next to you when you're belting out an A flat when it's supposed to be a C sharp.
You're now making fun of my pitch?
Listen, somebody's got to. Maybe it'll shame you into staying home and not going to the musicals.
I don't think anybody needs to, Linda. Sorry, we don't all have a different date every night. I want to go to the pictures and sing my songs.
I'm not even talking about the pictures. I'm talking about Broadway.
Well, the Broadway is a little bit classier of an affair. I understand that. I love wearing my furs to the Broadway shows.
You do love wearing your furs to the Broadway.
Who doesn't love wearing your furs to the Broadway?
Just like Thea Hale coming in with your furs.
Oh, I would love to go to a show with the Thea Hale. We would have so much fun together. We'd go to a Starbucks beforehand.
Yes.
Get a Trenta coffee.
It's not a good idea to go anywhere with her because she's going to be bouncing off the walls wherever she goes.
Oh, she's a hoot.
But listen, not everyone can be a hoot.
Why can't she be a hoot? Why can't I be a hoot? Why can't you be a hoot?
Just like not everyone can be the Wind, not everyone can be a hoot.
Some people are the Wind.
Are different bird calls. Some people are bird calls that come from owls. Some people are bird calls that come from, I don't know, a cardinal, I suppose, or a pigeon. That's you, cuckoo. The cuckoo is what I think.
Oh, I think you're the cuckoo one, but we know the New Day is big into the owls because they do the who.
They do the who.
They used to.
They do the.
They used to before they turned into mean boys.
And now they're running around with Grayson Waller. Can you imagine?
And giant hats.
I don't know. What were we supposed to be talking about? I forget.
I have no idea where that chat started. Honestly, I don't even remember. It feels like 25 minutes ago. Man. Oh, Booker T. That's
Booker
what we're
T.
talking about.
Right, Booker T. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sheila would love Booker T.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Okay. Braun Strowman to sing "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
I also want to see this.
Okay. All right, here we go. Elsa, do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I'll never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Okay, bye. Do you want to build a snowman? Or ride a bark around the halls? I think some company is overdue. I've started talking to the pictures on the walls. Hang in there, Joan. It gets a little lonely, all these empty rooms, just watching the hours tick by. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Okay, bye.
That was one of Braun's more emotive.
Get these snowmans!
Beautiful,
okay.
Braun. Thank you.
Wow,
Braun has the voice of an angel. It's true.
Rafael Garcia wants Alexi to come out, and
I want Alexi to come out too.
And I don't know the song that he's requested though. I don't know what that is. So I'm a little worried.
I've got no more F's to give, but using trucks instead of the word that may or may not upset sponsors. Use code FIGHTFUL. Thank you, Rafael Garcia. Alexi. Hi, Alexi.
Hello.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Hold on, here we go. This is by Thomas Benjamin Wilde Esquire. I confess I do not know his discography. Let's go. I've tried, and I've tried even more. I've tried, and I can't recall for. I've pressed, I've pushed, I've yelled, I've begged, in hopes of some success. But the inevitable fact is that it will never impress. I have no more trucks to give. My trucks have run it dry. I've tried to go truck shopping, but there's no trucks left to buy. I have no more trucks to give, though more trucks I've tried to get. I'm over my truck budget, and I'm now in trucking debt. This passes for music?
It does. It's a very it's a song where you've got you're at the end of your rope, Alexi. You should, I feel like, be familiar with that. Tend to kind of lose it around here.
But I don't know much about it at all, so.
You did a great job with it.
Thank you.
It was nice to see you stop by.
Yeah. I'm going to be holding down the fort while everybody leaves and goes away I don't get to go to Disneyland.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have to stay here. I don't get to go.
Well, are you going to watch the dogs?
The dogs, they go kennel, because if they were here with me, they would eat my face. So
yeah, that's tough.
I'm going to stay here, hold down the fort. I don't want to go in this guy's suitcase because,
You suffocate. That's not good.
Yeah, I'd suffocate, or, not just suffocate from being in the suitcase, but also even this guy's clean clothes. P.U. Am I right?
Oh, no. You're throwing Alex under the bus. Brutal.
I'm going. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Alex, he just said you stink.
Yeah, well, he likes to say that now. I don't know what his whole deal is.
Rude.
Very rude. Very rude. Yeah, there was something that somebody was supposed to put me to read from last night, but it wasn't what people suggested. It was not a Tony Khan promo. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it's gone. So it's gone. We can. Somebody else wants to go back and
it was the Royal Rumble rules as read by somebody.
That's right. It was the Royal Rumble rules as read by I don't remember. Somebody go back to watch last night's show and then super chat it tomorrow on the AEW Dynamite show, which I will be doing with Nate. Let us please derail the show entirely by having me talk about the Royal Rumble on an AEW show.
Oh, it was in a Chicago accent. That's what it was.
Oh, in a Chicago. That's right. No, it wasn't the Royal Rumble. It was the Elimination Chamber.
That's what it was. The Elimination
the whole
Chamber
thing,
rules.
like, hey, it's staying 75 feet tall and it's made out of 300 miles of chain link.
Yes, that exactly.
Yeah, but don't do that tomorrow. Save that for when we're getting to the Elimination Chamber.
We should do it. We should do it as many weeks as they do it, which will be several.
Yeah, just starting on the day after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, perfect.
Chillick Mayhem says, "Oh boy, Booker Discourse brought out the tea." Is that what Linda and Sheila were supposed to be talking about?
Yeah, because I was saying I like that. Or I'm sorry, Sheila was saying she likes that Booker always sings along with the songs on NXT.
So nobody said any more, but this is too good. Okay, we go. All right. Braun Strowman singing this Slow Hand by the Pointer Sisters. As the midnight moon was drifting through the lazy sway of the trees, I saw the look in your eyes looking into mine, seeing what you wanted to see. Darling, don't say a word, 'cause I already heard what your body is saying to mine. I'm tired of fast moves. I've got a slow groove on my mind. I want a man with a slow hand. I want a lover with an easy touch. I want somebody who will spend some time, not come and go with a heated rush. I want somebody who will understand. When it comes to love, I want a slow hand. Get these slow hands.
Nailed it. Stuck the landing. Mm-hmm. Also, shout out to Braun Strowman, who was, of course, the hyper intelligent version of Braun Strowman.
Very different guy.
That's a great typo.
Guy. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if he's this guy's room. Hello, it's me. I'm here. Apparently, now this is something we've been talking around up here. The hottest new theme song among all new theme songs is for a man named Kit Wilson. And I will be I'm gonna be reading the song "Man Up." It's Kit Wilson's new theme. So here we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's gone. Wait. Here we go. Hey Kit, are you there? Kit Wilson. Hey. Da. Kit Wilson. I'm a true real man feeling in my motion. Kit Wilson, the antidote in motion. Kit Wilson, no one can top it. Feminine fire, yeah, I'm the topic. Da. They told me, man up. I said, which kind, baby? If strength is a cage, then I'll redesign. Tonic for the toxic, feature nostalgia, dripping in the truth. Can't nobody fault you. I'm a true real man, velvet and devotion. Pretty deadly with a tender emotion. Da. I'm a true real man, feel it in my motion. Kit Wilson, the antidote in motion. Kit Wilson, baby. No one can top it. Feminine fire. Yeah, I'm the topic. There's a lot of da. But that's about it.
That was beautiful.
This is a sensation. Leave it to old Bruce Pritchard to try and get over a guy as a heel by making him a weakling man, a man who's not manly enough. And then all the fans are like, we love this guy. We're going to sing his song because he's great.
Yeah, they did. He's great. We love Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson. He is a sensation, as you said.
He is a sensation.
Yeah.
He's a sensation. Everyone knows he's a sensation. So
yeah,
also
great.
Also big ups to Elton Prince, who has a broken neck and he is recovering from that. So listen, they did say that this business was pretty deadly. So I'm very happy that was not exactly as bad as that sounds. But we're with him a full recovery.
Yes, we do. Yes.
All right.
Do.
Well, I gotta go back to the Great Beyond.
Okay, thank you for stopping by to sing with us.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Ricky.
Orion Ben wants me, Ricky Rainbow, to sing "See My Vest" from The Simpsons.
Which I, of course, know so well.
You know it so well.
Because I know Simpsons lore.
You know this song from this very famous episode.
Of course.
Here we go.
It's like the most famous episode there is.
Some men hunt for sport, others hunt for food. The only thing I'm hunting for is an outfit that looks good. See my vest, made from real gorilla chest. Feel this sweater, there's no better than authentic Irish setter. See this hat, 'twas my cat, my evening wear, vampire bat. These white slippers are albino, African, endangered rhino. Grizzly bear underwear, turtlenecks, I've got my share. Beret of poodle on my beret of poodle on my noodle, it shall rest. Try my Red Robin suit, it comes one breast or two. See my vest, see my vest, see my vest. Like my loafers, former gophers, it was that or skin my chauffeurs, but a greyhound fur tuxedo would be best. So let's prepare these dogs, kill two for matching clogs. But see my vest, oh won't you please see my vest.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
It was very passionate. I love that great parody that I know so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it very well from all of your viewings of The Simpsons.
Yeah, I actually wrote part of it.
Yeah. It's true. Right. Huh? So
how you doing, Ricky?
All right.
Yeah. You kind of came in and just started singing. I didn't even get to say like, hi, how are you?
Well, I'm doing all right. It just, I feel like it's a new year, but it's not a new me.
It doesn't need to be because you're perfect.
It's the same old me. It's been for the last, I don't know how many years.
We don't want a new Ricky. We want the same Ricky.
You want the same old
Ricky?
Ricky?
Any improvements at all? Yeah. I love that.
All right. Well, keep cool, gabagoos.
It's so cold here already. Keep warm, gabagools.
Keep warm, gabagools. Although, Tony D, why don't you cool off? Because you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. So you cool off, gabagool, but everyone else keep warm, gabagool.